On this episode of Code Blue in America, the breaking news segment, the subtle royal dart hits the President of the United States. Picture it, May 27, 2025, while Americans were busy prepping for the next Trump tweet typhoon, Canada rolled out the red carpet for King Charles III. Yes, His Royal Highness hopped across the pond for a rare speech from the throne in the Great White North, a feat not seen since Queen Elizabeth II wowed Ottawa back in 1957. And in true kingly fashion, Charles delivered a masterclass in polite but pointed diplomacy that basically said, "Nice try, Donald, but Canada is not becoming the 51st state, eh?" Without naming names, because royals don't do drama the way reality stars or second-term presidents do, the king skillfully sidestepped direct Trumpian thunderbolts while laying down enough verbal maple leaves to signal Canada's sovereignty is not on the discount shelf at Walmart. Referencing everything from Cold War chills to TikTok-era chaos, Charles called for Canadian renewal, urging the nation to think big and act bigger.
When my dear late mother, Queen Elizabeth II, opened a new Canadian Parliament in 1957, the Second World War remained a fresh, painful memory. The Cold War was intensifying. Freedom and democracy were under threat. Canada was emerging as a growing economic power and a force for peace in the world. In the decades since, history has been punctuated by epoch-making events: the Vietnam War, the fall of the Berlin Wall, and the start of the War on Terror. Today, Canada faces another critical moment. Democracy, pluralism, the rule of law, self-determination, and freedom are values which Canadians hold dear, and ones which the government is determined to protect. The system of open global trade that, while not perfect, has helped to deliver prosperity for Canadians for decades, is changing. Canada's relationships with partners are also changing. Il nous faut confronter la réalité. Depuis la Deuxième Guerre mondiale, notre monde n'a jamais été aussi dangereux et instable. Le Canada fait face à des défis qui, dans nos vies, sont sans précédent. Many Canadians are feeling anxious and worried about the drastically changing world around them. Fundamental change is always unsettling. Yet this moment is also an incredible opportunity, an opportunity for renewal, an opportunity to think big and to act bigger, an opportunity for Canada to embark on the largest transformation of its economy since the Second World War.
Tensions with the US have been simmering like overcooked poutine, especially after President Donald Trump, now in his second term and still allergic to international nuance, suggested that Canada might make a lovely 51st state. Naturally, Canada was not amused. Neither was the newly elected Canadian Prime Minister, who promptly responded, "Canada is not for sale."
As you know from real estate, there are some places that are never for sale.
That's true.
We're sitting in one right now, Buckingham Palace that you visited as well.
That's true.
And having met with the owners of Canada over the course of the campaign last several months, it's not for sale, won't be for sale ever.
While King Charles didn't really drop the mic on Trump, the message was clear. Canada makes its own decisions, thank you very much, and will continue doing so, whether or not Mar-a-Lago thinks otherwise. Reactions ranged from warm applause by Indigenous leaders to eye rolls from Bloc Québécois reps, wondering why they're still invited to these things. But the King's visit alongside the Queen reignited Canada's national conversation about the monarchy's role. Yet one thing is certain. Dreams of Canada becoming America's northern accessory remain about as realistic as turning Tim Hortons into Taco Bell. Despite the right-wing echo chamber south of the border trying to manifest it into existence, the notion of Canada as the 51st state remains a geopolitical fantasy best left in the same box as unicorns, Jewish laser, and Bigfoot.
King! God save the king! God save the king! God save the king!
Before you dash off, go ahead and smash that subscribe button on YouTube. Follow us everywhere: Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. Heck, if you're feeling retro, send us a carrier pigeon or a smoke signal. Stay awesome, stay witty, and we'll see you next time.